Good morning, and welcome back to another episode of The Morning After. Hopefully our audio is good. I cannot see chat yet, but let me throw on the YouTubely and see how the audio is and check. How are we doing, guys? Tens. I mean, that is about as crispy as it gets. Josh is in the stew. We got a lot to talk about today. And I just wanted to open up today's show by saying I'm not running from it. I'm not hiding from it. I full faded yesterday in the Champions League.
That's tough.
But I have some excuses, and I'm ready to throw them at you.
Not running from it.
Listen, I'm not going to run from it. But do I have excuses as to why we full faded? Yes, I do. First of all, the Manchester City game should have went over because Manchester City had about 1,000 sitters that they missed. Phil Foden, you should be arrested for the amount of chances that you missed. Erling Haaland, I don't know if I could watch you miss another header, and I will never be betting on Manchester City for the rest of my life.
Don't have to worry about that in the Champions League this year.
I will say, though, Josh,
Yes.
what did I say about possibly a plus 400 Real Madrid?
Yeah.
And they advanced. But,
They
of course,
did.
I tweeted Manchester City moneyline because I got home, turned into a little bitch, and I was like, there's no way Manchester City doesn't lose this game. And they lost that game.
Yeah.
The over and Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a bad bet. You know, that was just a bad bet. I mean, picking Arsenal in a big spot, that club loves to lose in big spots. It's almost like they were bred to lose in big spots.
Yeah, dude, Chelsea came on surge and pitched Arsenal to advance. I was like, dude,
Dead right there.
yeah, it might have just been dead.
It died
You
right
two
there.
you two on that same play. You guys
It
both.
died right. Oh, now
you
he's
guys
into
both-
soccer.
Yeah, you guys both jerk
I'm
off.
trying
EPL
to
now.
differentiate myself within our community. And, of course, I jumped to soccer, and now Chelly's on fucking the surgical stream pitching soccer. There was hockey on. Was there not?
I don't know if there was, honestly.
Whatever. We got Europa League today. Here's the thing, though. Arsenal had complete control of that game. They should have won that game. Probably not starting a striker was a dumb move.
Yep.
Kai Havertz playing a false nine. I mean, I get what we're going for there. Also, Odegaard hurting the knee. That doesn't help anybody.
Good, yeah.
No, it doesn't help anybody. But yeah, full faded Champions League card yesterday. We were on the Heat plus 5.5 in the Heat money line. They should have won that game.
Yeah.
They really
should've.
should have won that game.
They should have. Dude, there was like, it honestly just came down to two possessions with like a minute 30 left when it was when Embiid hit that three. The game was over.
that was tough.
When they went up, I think they went up 2 or 3 when he made that, but they were up a couple, and then just melted.
Tyler Hero's 3 at the end of the game. Imagine if
Yeah,
it
dude.
was like a 3-point game.
Yeah, dude, he was making
Drilled
everything.
that.
But we get them now. We get to play
I
those
think you guys
scrubs
might
now.
get-
What's up,
I think you guys might get punked.
dude? Jimmy Butler's out.
Why?
He hurt his MCL. He's out for a couple weeks at least.
Okay, well, the Bulls just moved on. That's
We'd
fucking
love that.
nuts.
Alex Caruso's also hurt though.
Is Terry Rozier back?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Why are the Heat favorited?
They're -1.5. Yeah, they're at home. That's why.
But are you sure Jimmy Butler's like confirmed
Yeah,
out?
he's not confirmed out, but like I'm sure he's confirmed out by now, but he hurt his MCL. He's out for a couple weeks, so
Wow.
pretty much confirmed.
That's moose shit if you're a Heat fan.
Oh yeah.
That is literally moose
Yeah.
shit.
And Kobe White had 42 last night. Gotta love it.
UNC guy.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, UNC guy. All right, let's run the what in the world. We got Crabs on. We got a Crabs at Bets Thursday coming on a little bit later to talk about the slate. We got a full Europa League slate. But let's talk about what happened in the world last night. Run the graphic. What in the world? I'm going to address Chris Pipkin's comment in the chat. It's kind of funny. If Caitlin Clark gave you 2 tickets and Sauce Gardner gave you 2 tickets, which one are you accepting? If Caitlin Clark gave me 2 tickets to a Mercury game where she was playing Diana Taurasi, I think I'd be more inclined to take Caitlin Clark's tickets than Sauce Gardner's tickets. Yeah. I don't think people understand. I'm at my last leg with the Jets. I'm at my last leg with the Jets. Like, I don't know how much more I have in me.
Better hope you got a lot more.
But you know what I mean?
Because if it's
To
not
the point where it's like, man, I'm really going to fly to New Jersey to go watch my team play. Like, I'm so done with the Jets.
yeah, and it's like cold too. It's only nice for like half the year there, right?
Yeah,
for half the season at least.
I mean, like, would I take Sauce Gardner's tickets? Of course.
Yeah.
But if Caitlin was on the other side, I think I'd rather go it because she could give me courtside. You know what I mean? Was Sauce going to put me on the field?
No.
I'm like 5'0" nothing. I can't see over shit of football players. Like that's
Yeah.
just a waste of my time.
Yeah.
Caitlin Clark, I'd be courtside talking shit to Diana. Hopefully she gets me thrown out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Dude, speaking of Caitlin, this is part of my what in the world. She got a bag from Nike yesterday. $10 million contract with Nike.
Probably the most deserved contract Nike's given out in a while.
Yeah. Dude, she's going to have every little girl in the world wearing those shoes.
Dude, that's what I said.
I was telling Carmen yesterday that guys will be wearing her shoes. Like, there will be guys wearing her shoes just because she's so sick. Yeah, I more meant like hoopers, but yeah. Yeah.
You think I'm not a hooper?
Like for like basketball, yeah.
I'll have you know, I showed up to an open gym a couple weeks ago. Wetted 2 threes. Felt good. I got crossed, though, pretty bad. I was wearing these running shoes, and there was, you know, it was dusty gym.
Yeah.
And I definitely, like, fell.
It's a good excuse. No excuses, but that's a good excuse.
No excuses, but I've got excuses. I've got a plate full of excuses.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, 10 mil.
Yeah. I feel like that might be kind of low, honestly. I think she deserves more than that, personally. But
Diana might throw up. How many years?
I don't know, just at $10 million. I assume that she's going to make like royalties off of how many shoes she sells, so she'll make a ton of money, yeah.
Disgusting.
She'll be fine regardless.
Gonna be gross.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
She'll probably get a shoe like as fast as they can make one.
Would you wear Caitlin Clark shoes?
If I played basketball, for sure.
You wouldn't just buy them to wear them?
No, I don't wear basketball shoes.
You didn't wear KDs growing up?
No, I did when I was a kid.
You didn't wear LeBrons at school?
No, I did. But I stopped after
When
high
did
school.
you stop?
High school.
Okay.
I stopped wearing them.
Dude,
Like, if I
there's
were like
something in my tooth. I'm gonna be honest with you. I can't stop picking out. Like there's something in
you
here.
can't even see anything.
I haven't even eaten this morning. I don't know what it is, but it's fucking killing. It's killing. I can feel it. When did you stop wearing basketball shoes at school? I'm not gonna lie. I used to throw on some Paul Pierce's back in elementary school.
Paul Pierce's?
Yeah, dude. He had some Johns.
That's insane.
They were all black with a green strap. They were fucking tough.
Yeah, dude, I used to be a sneakerhead, so I used to have everything. Like literally everything.
Yeah, were you slanging?
Oh yeah.
Slanging sneaks?
Oh yeah. I was
Josh was your
dialed
local
in.
plug for sneaks.
I was on Cream Facebook Marketplace, just fucking. If you're from Chicago and you know what Cream is, you're an OG.
Dude, and I used
Not
to,
many people know what that is.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to pull up to middle school. Nike Elites, almost up to my knees.
Oh yeah.
The brightest color you could get. And a pair of KDs, and I thought I fucking put that shit on.
Yeah, same.
And not a single color matched. And not a single color matched.
Dude, I would with Sperry's. Nike Elites with Sperry's was one of the craziest things people used to do.
I used to do that. I went to private school and like,
That's
we
crazy.
had dress down day, and I
Yeah.
well, I wore Sperry's like pretty much all year round because you were allowed to wear Sperry's, and I didn't want to wear dress shoes.
Yeah.
So I put Sperry's on when I went to high school, and then like dress down day, I'd come in with like some khaki shorts, Vineyard Vines tee, Elites, and I was like, I'll just throw my Sperry's on because I don't really want to put my sneakers on.
Fair. When I was in middle school, I would just buy whatever because I probably had like over 100 pairs of shoes.
Wow.
So I would buy like like how I don't know if they still do it, but like when shoes would come out, they would like have like a matching like T-shirt and shorts that come with it, like that you can buy with it.
Mm-hmm.
Middle school, I would always cop the T-shirt and wear the T-shirt with the shoes.
I never had that
Always.
kind of drip.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I mean, it wasn't like real drip. It was like a Nike basketball T-shirt, like a Kobe one.
I'd put like my town soccer travel shirt on that I had.
Mhm.
In middle school, I'd put the town travel soccer shirt I had. The brightest shorts I owned. The brightest Nike Elites, and then some KDs.
What kind of KDs? What number do you remember?
I don't.
4s were the best.
I had a
The ones with the
couple.
strap.
I had the strap. I only had the
4s were the
strap. I
best,
never
yeah.
had the other ones. I only had the strap ones.
Yeah, the 4s were dead.
I just wonder, like, I see Lawrence in chat. Like, I wonder as like a girl if like you thought like we had that shit on.
No chance.
Like, I wonder, but
Literally no chance.
it was like the thing.
Yeah, I guess maybe then, but like looking back on it, it's like you guys were dweebs. Like I know I was.
No, but
for
look
sure.
at nah, dude. I was a full dweeb. No, but
She
I'm
said
saying
you had that shit on.
Yeah, she said you had that shit on, dude. That's what I'm saying. Because I was in middle school being like, dude, I think I'm gonna try to walk with Julie to class. before I got sent to private school for like failing out of middle school, I was like talking to my buddy. I was like, dude, I think I'm gonna try to walk Julia to class today. And I like thought I had my shit on.
Yeah.
Like I was like, dude, I got my navy blue elites on with my bright green shorts and my yellow t-shirt and my fucking KDs. And I was like, I think I'm gonna try to walk Julia to her third period class. Thought I had my shit on. But it was like,
hilarious.
I feel like that was like, if you were a girl in that time, like you probably did think that they had that on.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's just like everything at least that I wore was like so bright and like wild. Like I don't know.
But
Looking
like,
back on
it
it,
was
it's not.
all boys wore. So I
Yeah,
feel like to
yeah.
a certain extent, you had to have been like,
That's true.
he's got that shit on.
That's true.
I know.
Maybe we had that shit on. Who knows?
I know, dude. I know for a fact that when I saw my boys walk into school with their elites on and they're like no color coordination, I'd be like, fuck, he got that shit on. Like he might have
Dude,
got
see,
one
I was
on.
always color coordinated. I would always wear the same colors or matching socks with shoes and shorts and shirt. I would like
So you
go
were too
way
far
over
ahead
the
of the
top.
curve, man.
I'd go way over the top.
I didn't start matching until like junior year of high school.
That's crazy.
Well, I went to private school, so it was just like you had to wear a polo or a
That's
button
true.
down.
Yeah. Public school, I could do whatever. I could literally wear whatever I wanted.
Josh putting that shit on from an
Yeah.
early age matching. I didn't know what matching was, dude.
The hyper dunks, dude. I used to have the Blake Griffin hyper dunks. If anyone remembers those, like right after the first dunk contest he won, they were so sick.
I don't remember those at all.
They're like gray. They were like a super limited release. They're like gray and red, but they were dope.
Fuck.
So-
I did want to talk about something that I saw. Did you see? Well, I texted our group chat this morning, and I just wanted the people to know. There's a couple athletes that I
Yeah.
never thought I'd interact with in my life. Not that I interacted with them, but Usain Bolt threw a like the
Crazy.
Usain Bolt threw a like on my Instagram post of me shitting on Diana Taurasi, telling her to shut the fuck up. And I just think it's funny that Usain Bolt liked that video.
I mean, dude, I don't think it's funny. I think it's insane. I think it's awesome. Like, that's crazy.
But like, you think he feels the way about Diana Taurasi, or do you think we just delivered that point so well that he was like, oh, you know,
I don't think he likes Diana Taurasi. Maybe that just in
yeah, fuck him.
in
He's
his
probably
algo
got
because of
daughters
that.
that want to play sports.
Yeah, exactly.
Diana Taurasi's being a little bitch.
Yeah. Dude, I wonder what Ocho Cinco thinks about your takes. I feel like he would have the same opinion.
God, I feel like Ocho would run circles around me with takes. I don't think I could hang with Ocho in terms of takes. You know what I did see, though? Just speaking of calling Diana Taurasi a bitch. I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day, and it kind of like took me out because I was just like, damn, like, I don't know if there's a more disrespectful way to get insulted as a man than being called a hoe. Like when Drake told Metro to shut his hoe ass up, like, there's something different about when your boys call you like a hoe.
Yeah.
Just shut up, you hoe. You know, like there's something about being called a hoe as a man that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if you, like, when I heard that, I was like, oh shit.
No, yeah, that's
Like,
definitely.
it's worse than being called like a bitch, or like, you're like, when you get called like a hoe, like, it's like, fuck. Why'd you just do me like that, dude? Like, I feel like you didn't have to do that to me.
Dude, that line, that entire song is insane. He went at everyone. Dude, did you see Rick Ross's
Dude,
his
Drake's got
response?
him in a coffin.
Did you see Rick Ross's response?
No.
His like little video, dude. He he called Drake. He started the video saying BBO Drizzy. That's what he called him, dude. I don't know why. I thought it was so
Do
funny.
you think Drake's got a BBL?
No,
I
but it
wouldn't be
was just
shocked if he's got fake abs.
yeah, maybe, but his ass isn't fake. I just thought it was so funny that he called him BBL Drizzy.
BBL Drizzy, dude. Dude, did you see how small his house in Miami is for how much shit he talks?
Yeah.
That was nuts.
I mean, he's definitely
Not
got
that was
money.
small. Like,
He's
I would
definitely got
love to
money,
have
yeah.
that fucking house. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
shit.
His house in, I think he lives in Atlanta, is fucking crazy though. Rick Ross's.
Yeah,
Have
but
you
he's
seen
from Florida.
Yeah, I know.
I was actually like having this conversation months ago. I don't know why I just thought of it. But do you think, like, if your girlfriend now met you back in middle school when you supposedly, like, were having that shit on, do you think you guys would have, like, gone on with each other?
No, I was an asshole when I was a kid. No chance.
You were a little dick?
Oh yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Were you bullying kids? Were you a bully?
No.
Josh?
I'd bully my friends for sure.
Yeah, I
Fuck
bullied
with
the
them
shit
all
out of my
the
friend.
time, yeah.
You know what my favorite thing was to do in middle school? Because you had first year, first time ever walking to class, 6th, 7th, 8th grade, you, like, changed classes. I don't know if that happened anywhere else. Dude,
Yeah.
I fucking would book the shit out of my friends.
Oh, yeah.
Like they'd be carrying their binders. You get behind me.
I would just smash my friends into lockers, like walking next to me and just
Yeah, it's
jack 'em into the
classic.
locker. That was
Dude,
it.
that's
Yeah.
classic too. But I was thinking about it, like, dude, maybe if I went to middle school with my girlfriend, like, I definitely would have thought she was attractive, and I definitely would have been like putting my elites on to be like, yo, I'm gonna try to take her to class.
Yeah.
And I bet you'd have been like, get the fuck away from your weird ass elites
Nah, dude, that
and
wasn't
your
me
weird
at
ass
all.
green shorts.
That was not me at all.
No.
No.
I was just like a goofball, dude. I just didn't pay attention, and then I got sent to private school because I almost failed out of middle school.
I also did
I was
that
getting like
as
C's
well.
and D's in middle school. My dad was like, "What are we doing, man?"
I don't know if I've told you. Yeah.
And then I wasn't allowed to go to school with my friends.
Same. My high school had a rule where you couldn't get less than a 50% on anything. So you just didn't turn anything in. You just didn't do a test. It was a 50%. I would literally just take all the tests, try to get A's, and then not do anything else and just get high C's in the class.
Genius move.
Just A's on tests, 50% on homework. Auto.
Oh my god, dude. Wild Mescon. What I do to flip my boy's backpack inside out again.
What do we call it? Nugget? You call it a nugget?
Shote just said my Jif was a dud in middle school, glowed up in college.
Yeah, that's so good.
My girlfriend's been perfect since she was born. No. Dude. What was it fucking called, dude? It only happened to me in high
Nuggeted.
school. Nuggeted? It was called something else.
We call it a nugget
Cocooned?
because it looks like a nugget.
Ours is
So
called
It's
cocooning.
like a big nugget.
Dude. It only ever happened to me in high school. Might be the most inconvenient thing
Oh my God,
of all
yeah.
time.
Yeah, it was always in gym class too.
But also like the most electric rush of like trying to like you and your two buddies being
Yeah.
like, yeah, we got a cocoon.
Gotta
Like,
do it
we got
so
to
fast.
we got to cocoon Matt's backpack while he's
Yeah.
doing this. And like they
Turtle.
leave for like 5 minutes and you just be like yeah, turtling, dude. Like you and your buddies would lock in for like the quickest minute of your lives. Like take everything out of the backpack, put everything back in, flip it, zip it back up. Like that was so good. Oh my
That was
god.
hilarious.
Oh my god, backpacked is another great word for it. Yeah. Dude, Krabs told me about Jane and Daniel's agent has been liking a bunch of tweets clowning the Commanders. Yeah.
Dude, I don't think that he wants to go there.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I wouldn't want to fucking go there.
I
Why are we acting like that's weird behavior? I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to
no,
go
I
there
know.
either. Sorry to Krabs. We can talk about it when he gets up here, but I wouldn't want to go to the fucking Commanders either.
Dude, I mean, I normally would say the same thing about the Bears too. They're in a different situation, but like, if the Bears were the second pick, I wouldn't want to go there.
Yeah.
Like if we had the actual second pick,
Yeah, okay.
like if it was our pick,
Okay,
I would
okay.
not want to go there because we'd still be shit. But yeah,
Okay.
that's hilarious that because I heard some stuff. Well, who knows if it's real or not, but that Jaden Daniels interview with the Washington Commanders did not go well.
Do you think he tanked
I don't know
it?
which
Do you
side
think
it
a
was,
guy
like,
like
where
that
it
would
didn't go
tank it on purpose?
Say it again.
Do you think a guy like that would tank it on purpose if he doesn't want to go there?
Yeah, I would. Why not? It's your life.
Dude, Harris has me geeked. Just trying to take a shit and get turtled. That's the worst. You go to the bathroom, you come back, your backpack is fully turtled. You're like, what the fuck, dude? It's like just so inconvenient. No, but yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't want to play with that. Dude, top 3 teams I wouldn't want to play for right now. Commanders, Patriots, Bears.
You wouldn't want to
No,
play
I'm just
for
kidding. Commanders, Patriots.
Panthers.
No. I don't know. If I'm like a young kid, like just be able to chill with Bryce Young, he seems cool. Commanders and Patriots got nothing. Vikings. Because Justin Jefferson's going to leave.
The Panthers have nothing.
Yeah, the Panthers have nothing. But Bryce Young's kind of cool, man.
Dude, the Panthers got rid of Jeremy Chin and Brian Burns. Like, they don't even have a defense anymore.
But you got Bryce Young.
And he's mid.
I wouldn't want to play for the Giants.
Someone asked me, Sam Oliver asked me what we should do with our 9th overall pick. We should take a left tackle and call it a day.
And here's what we're going to do. If Krabs is ready, I want to bring him up. We're going to go full screen on you and Krabs because I need to get this out of my tooth, and I want him to explain to you the Jaden Daniels controversy because I only saw his text. I didn't get to see the tweets.
Okay.
Is Krabs ready? In queue.
Krabby's ready.
Always ready,
There he
brother.
is.
All right, Krabs, you and Josh, I
Always
need you
ready.
to explain the Jaden Daniels drama. I'm going to be right back.
Sure. Yeah, Joshy, how we doing? Chad,
Good,
how we
how are you?
doing?
I got to
Good
figure this
afternoon,
out
good
real
morning.
quick. How to
Oh,
There we go. There we go.
There he is. Let's go. All right, so Jaden Daniels, here's what's going on with him. I still think he's probably going to go to Washington. It's probably just hoopla, but here's the deal. The Commanders brought in, all the top QBs to go to Top Golf together and hang out and meet, the coaches and executives, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Dan Quinn actually picked up Jaden Daniels himself in his Escalades. He did not do that with any of the other QBs. They all had to Uber or whatever. There are teams that do this. Nobody talks about it because they're winning teams and there's nothing going on right now. The only reason we're talking about this right now is because there's nothing really going on at all. And, the draft's next week and it's the Commanders, right? It's a shit show. So, the San Francisco's done this for years. The Patriots have done this for years. Now, since we do it, it's bad. And what actually concerns me, though, is seeing his agents liking and reposting all these tweets that are kind of sus, to be honest with you. He's liking tweets that are pretty much people replying in the DM saying, why the heck are the Commanders doing this? What do they have to learn when they have all the guys here? This is stupid. And he's liking these tweets. He even quote tweeted someone saying, this is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, bringing in all these QBs at once. He quote tweeted it with a little emoji. And people took that the wrong way. So I don't know what's going on. It's not good stuff. It could be nothing, but it's definitely potentially something as well. And I'm scared.
Krabs,
it's starting to seem like Drake May might be coming to DC if that's the case.
Yeah.
Krabs, do you think that maybe, I don't know, I feel as though I might feel a certain type of way as well, just in terms of if I'm Jaden Daniels and I just won the Heisman, right? I feel like I should probably be the unanimous number 2 pick. Do you think he feels a certain way that the Commanders are even entertaining all other quarterbacks? And that his agent is like, fuck you guys. Like, you have the 2nd overall pick. You need a quarterback. This is a Heisman winner. The only guy that you take over him right now is Caleb Williams. So why don't you guys show a little bit of loyalty and maybe buy into one guy?
That could be it. 100%. It could also be the disrespect, I guess, of not wanting to talk with him one-on-one. I don't know what it is, but it's not good. That I know.
But I also understand the Commander's side too, right? Like, I don't know if looking at Jaden Daniels, he's a great NFL prospect. Like, he might just be the perfect college quarterback. Like, one of these guys that, he's not built to take a lot of hits at the NFL level, I don't think. If he took the hits that he was taking at LSU in the NFL, he's going to be out of the league in like 2 years. So maybe if you're the Commanders, you're looking to go, okay, Heisman year on an LSU team, you basically had to do it all. Great college prospect, but, we're looking for an NFL quarterback.
Maybe. Yeah. Personally, though, how is that argument not, the same with Lamar Jackson, who plays the same?
Good point. That's a good point.
Lamar Jackson was really good at not getting lit up. That was one thing. But, yeah, I mean, they do play very similar. I also think that you guys have to take Daniels because Drake May and JJ just aren't ready to be day one starters at all. Whereas I think the only two are Caleb and Jaden. So, and you guys need a QB right now. I think it's true. I think it's easily Jaden.
I put a couple tweets in the private chat if you wanted to share them with what's going on. Yep. So another weird facet of this is that originally Jaden Daniels was not going to meet with the Vikings because he just didn't think it was a realistic possibility. Wow. Now, after the Commanders meetings, he is now taking a meeting with the Vikings, which scares the living shit out of me. Because I'm seeing things being put into action actually happening. This meeting that was not even going to happen or exist is now happening immediately after he meets with the Commanders. So personally, as a Commanders fan, that does not give me great vibes. And look, my buddies are telling me to relax. It's not a big deal. Maybe it's just Twitter bugging, and that could be the case. Very well could be. Okay, maybe we just have
Twitter
PTSD.
Does that, dude. Twitter does like to bug. Oh, my God.
I'm seeing things getting put into action, and I don't like it.
Dude, what in the world? Krabs, I want to talk about this. Not to cut off the Commanders talk, but not to be rude. If I was Jane Daniels, I wouldn't want to play for that moose shit org either. Much like if I was a quarterback, I wouldn't want to play for the New York Jets. I think we're in the same spot here. Aaron Rodgers just went on national television on his podcast and talked about how Fauci might have created HIV/AIDS. So I do want to talk about, though, I saw a video of Caitlin Clark's introductory press conference, and I think his name was Greg Doyle.
Yeah.
Hey, Greg Doyle, why don't you go ahead submitting yourself to the sex offender list because you made me so incredibly uncomfortable. And this is the problem with female sports as well, is that you got a male guy interviewing her and we just can't seem to get out of our own way. Does her like little thing that she does to her family, which isn't like a celebration or anything. He's just like, I just want to show you something. And then she was like, oh, you like that? And like, he immediately took it like hornily and was like, oh, I'll like it if you do that to me from now. It's like, dude, what is wrong with people? Like, why
It
can't we
was
just
the weirdest clip of all time.
Check that guy's basement.
Can you play the clip? It's on my Twitter.
Yeah, I can find it.
Can you play the clip? Krabs, I don't know if you saw it, but it's like, dude, at some point, we're going to have to stop this kind of behavior. Like, Greg Doyle should lose his job. I'm sorry. I'm sure he's got a family. Maybe not. Probably doesn't. He probably has a one-bedroom apartment in Indianapolis and freaking has Caitlin Clark posters on his wall now when he goes to bed in his briefs. But, I mean, like, the guy, we got to start drawing lines like this in the sand, I feel.
Yeah, I put his apology tweet in the private chat as well. That made it just seem even weirder because
Wait, he put an apology tweet out?
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
It was like the weirdest tweet ever too. I mean, let's listen to what he actually said.
Yeah, play the video.
Hi, Caitlin. Greg Doyle, Indy Star. Real quick, let me do this.
You like that?
I like that you're here. I like that you're here.
I do that at my family after every game, so.
Okay, well,
Very
let's
cool.
start doing it to me and we'll get along just fine.
Can I see the tweet? Can I see the tweet?
You can see the tweet.
Yeah, that was weird.
Hold on.
It was just like weird flirting that was, skin crawling kind of. I don't really know what was good with that. And then, yeah, he apologized using some big words that just made it sound even weirder and worse. So,
Dude, it's
in
like
I don't really get it.
in my uniquely officially way, you're just a fucking pervert. Hi, Caitlin. Hold on, let me just what a fucking pervert. Like, people like that should not have jobs in media. The guy's clearly a perv. Like, that is the weird. And then to get on there and use the emoji in the apology tweet, my uniquely oafish way, I was trying to,
Weird.
Meep, boop, and bop. You're a pervert. You're a fucking
It was
pervert.
weird. Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it at all, dude.
I don't like it one bit.
I don't like that one bit.
Dude, it's probably the first guy the first time this guy has like actually had to ask a question in front of people. He's probably so nervous.
But that's what he
Yeah,
goes for?
He blew it.
No, I know he blew it
And
so hard.
and you could tell she
He
was
blew it.
so uncomfortable, dude. She was like, you like that? I do that to my family after every win. And he was like, oh, you started doing to me. I'd like that.
Yeah, dude, such.
Dude, what a fucking perv.
Yeah.
Weird.
Like, what a perv.
Also,
Hang 'em
everybody
up.
bitching about the Caitlin Clark salary thing, compared to Wembanyama's rookie contract. Let's all relax, okay? She's about to sign a six-figure deal with Nike probably, or with her own shoe.
Seven,
She's going to be
10
just
mil.
She
fine.
already 8.
8.
She already signed with Nike for 10 mil.
Well, there you
Wait, I
go.
just said
And
10,
she
you
deserves
said
every
8.
penny. First off, I want that on record. She
You said
deserves every
7
penny.
figures.
Oh, 8.
8 figures.
8
yeah.
figures.
8 figures.
Excuse me.
Okay.
Yes, 8 figures. And she deserves every penny. She's unbelievable. But she's going to be just fine, okay? Look, it's how the WNBA has worked. It's not going to go from, shit salaries to NBA salaries in a year. She's going to be compensated just fine. She's going to be all over the commercials, State Farm and all, right? She's going to be rich, all right? There's no worries about that. I'm tired of hearing all that bullshit.
Yeah, should we have a genuine conversation of who performed better under pressure with questions, Trent with Russell Westbrook or this guy with Caitlin Clark? Because I think when you zoom both those out, Trent might have performed a little better.
At least
I
Trent
think it's
wasn't
okay to ask
creepy.
for some more time, being like, I'm sorry, I'm really nervous, versus just being a complete pervert.
Yeah, I would say being nervous compared to being a perv. I would take nervous, 10 times out of 10.
For sure.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
I just saw someone in chat say that. I was like, that is phenomenal. I'm sorry, I'm so nervous.
Unbelievable.
All right,
dude.
should we move to some Slate talk, Krabs? You want to talk some Slate, or do you have some news you want to talk about?
Sure. I don't have much news. I would love to talk some slates. Is there any pitch cake for today?
There's plenty
that I can get involved with, because I texted Mikey the other day. I said, I'm seeing all these soccer tweets. I'm seeing these posts. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing that. I kind of want to get involved. I would not mind a little day game soccer sweat if you have one for me.
Krabs, there's 4 pitch cake games on.
Let's go. Let's
4.
get to work.
Run the graphic. Bloop. Slate Surfers. This is a part of the segment in the show where me, Josh, and whoever the guest is, it's Krabs because it's a Thursday, will surf the slate. We've got 4 Europa League games on today that I'd like to talk about, Krabs. I'm going to go through them really quickly, and then when I'm done, I want you to tell me which one you like the most.
Sure.
First
Let's
of all,
run it.
Liverpool is playing at Atalanta, and I'll tell you what. After going down 3-0 in the first leg, we're running back our original bet. We're taking Liverpool -1.5 at +125, because I'll tell you what. Liverpool, from the time I've supported them since I was in middle school, we love a second leg comeback. We love a second leg comeback. I'm talking second half Champions League final against AC Milan. I'm talking second half comeback, Divock Origi, Trent Alexander-Arnold, quick corner to advance. I'm talking Dejan Lovren, headers against Dortmund. We love the second leg, whether we're home or away. Liverpool -1.5. We might just qualify for the next round, just so everybody knows. We might just beat Atalanta 4-3. 4-0. And I mean on aggregate 4-3.
I hate that bet.
Liverpool
I'm just letting you know.
-1.5.
I
We love
hate
a second leg. Jurgen Klopp loves a second leg. I don't care where we are. We love a second leg. It's Liverpool -1.5. It's also that over at 3.5. What Liverpool is going to do is come out. We're going to play heavy metal football because we're behind 3-0. And I'll tell you what, there's going to be a couple gaps that are open. I wouldn't be shocked if Atalanta gets 1 or 2 on us. So I also like the over at 3.5. Moving on. AS Roma's playing Milan. We took the over last time. It didn't hit because it was a 1-0 game. We're running it back again. Roma Milan over 2.5. I also like Roma to win again. I think they have a better roster than AC Milan on paper, to be honest. I feel like people might disagree with me on that, but I think it's Roma time is what I'm trying to say. And I think it's the over, and I think it's Roma again. And I think AC Milan, who's been red hot in Serie A, and they've been red hot in Europa League, before they played Roma, I think the wheels might have come off a little bit here. Rafael Leao was non-existent. Pulisic did fucking nothing. So I think it's Roma and the over. Moving on. West Ham Leverkusen. Leverkusen just locked up the Bundesliga. Just won the Bundesliga. Don't know if you saw that.
Yep.
Pretty iconic for that club. And I think they rolled over. Already up 2-0 on aggregate against West Ham. Now they go into London. And I'll tell you who's in that midfield of Leverkusen, Josh. Granit Xhaka. A name you might be familiar with if you're an Arsenal fan. 5 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago.
Unfamiliar.
He is familiar with English soil. And I think Leverkusen locks it up again. So why not just take Leverkusen on the road, lock it up, West Ham's fucking moose shit. That's what we do for that one. Marseille Benfica. It is almost as if it's washed versus washed. Aubameyang versus Di Maria. If you took this game 5 years ago, you'd be like, holy shit, fireworks. Take it today. I'll tell you what we're doing. Running it back again. Over 2.5. Those are my plays for the Europa League.
Okay. So I got some questions.
Yep.
Are these all game twos after a game one? Are they all aggregate score type games?
They are.
Okay. What is the one side out of these 4 games where you're like, those odds don't really add up to me with how that first game went or with how those teams are skill-wise? Are there any lines where you're like, that team's getting mad respect today, you're a little shocked, that team's getting disrespect when they typically would get more, respect on the ML there? There's got to be one.
I'll tell you what. Roma being at home now against AC Milan after winning the first game 1-0, and AC Milan has been way better than them in Serie A and has been red hot in the Europa League. AC Milan opened at plus 150 and is plus 120, and that was similar to the first leg they played. But now we're back in Roma after they already won the first leg away from home, and Roma's plus 210 again. So the books, and that was last game as well. That was the same as the last game as well. So the books are telling you again, like AC Milan should win this game. But I don't know. I like Roma to just close it out. I think the Europa League is much like the Champions League. Once you get hot, and you kind of stay hot. And I think once you beat a team that's everyone's telling you is better than you, I think you already get through that mental hump. And Roma, I think, has been playing great footy.
Now, are you
that's
taking
the only
draw
line where
no
it's like,
bets?
okay, AC Milan's line has moved a lot.
Right. Are you taking draw no bet type, or are you taking, a stab at that plus chicken and just praying that it doesn't end 1-1?
I think in the AS Roma game, probably draw no bet Roma would be a great bet, but I also love the over in that game too. I think AC Milan's going to be pressing, and Roma's kind of got a great setup for a counterattack if they wanted to play that kind of footy. And I think you'll definitely get more than 2.5 goals in this one because of the way AC Milan's going to want to press.
How much is Roma up in the aggregate?
1-0.
Dude, I would take AC Milan to advance.
Really?
I don't hate that at all. They're plus 200.
So not only are they winning this game,
Well, I think that if they win this game,
they advance.
They go to extras, correct?
Mm-hmm.
If they win by 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why not take them to advance? If you think they're going to win at plus 125, why not take the plus 205 for them to advance?
Yeah, that's a good bet too.
Right?
I like that bet too. I like, yeah, it's good. I think like Liverpool to advance. What is Liverpool to advance?
Liverpool to advance is
That's
fat
gonna be
plus
nuts,
chicky,
yeah.
plus 475.
Like, I don't hate that either. With the way we've performed in second legs, like, I'm just like, as a Liverpool fan, I've watched us against Barcelona, against Dortmund. I mean, I didn't get to watch the game, but against AC Milan in the second half when we were down 3, Steven Gerrard ripping from the fucking logo. Like, we love a second leg comeback. That's what we're built on. And I could totally see us going into Atlanta and just making some problems.
Atalanta, dude, Bergamo's a hell of a place to play. I'm telling you. They're rowdy
Bergamo's
about
a
their
hell of a
team.
place to play. But that would be the one, Krabs. I think the AC Milan Roma line is very weird. I think that's going to be the most bet on game because that's just like a phenomenal game.
Okay.
But I think too, to be honest with you as well, I hate when soccer teams are crazy juiced. Leverkusen's minus 115 to win.
Yeah, and they're minus 2,000 to advance.
Like, that's insane. And they're only up 2 on aggregate, by the way.
Who's a better team between West Ham and Leverkusen?
I mean, it's Leverkusen,
Leverkusen,
by a good bit.
By a
But
good
West
bit.
Ham's still here. You know what I mean? Like, they're still here. I think if you take the over in Roma and the over in Liverpool, those two print.
Okay. What's the aggregate score right now for West Ham and Leverkusen?
Leverkusen is up 2-0 going
Oh,
into
shit.
West Ham now.
Okay. Huh. Yeah, they're getting some serious line respect, but they're already up 2-0, so that makes sense.
And that's one, too, where you could say, okay, West Ham could win that game 1-0 and Leverkusen still advances.
I think you could take West Ham draw no bet in that game. I wouldn't hate that. Plus 2 hundo.
Just as a little
Yeah, or you could take them plus a half.
props and chops as West Ham is finished. Okay.
I mean, yeah, they're probably finished.
Lever hasn't lost all year. That's true. Lever has literally not lost a game this year. They've drawn and won every game they've played.
Holy smokes.
I know. They just won the Bundesliga over Bayern Munich, Borussia Dortmund. And Borussia Dortmund, by the way, is in the semifinals of the Champions League.
Yeah.
And Bayer Leverkusen won.
And then remind me one more time, aggregate score from Atalanta and Liverpool. after
Their
they won.
Atalanta is up 3.
And that's why Liverpool is juicy to win this game today, because
3-0. Well,
all
They would be they'd
Atalanta
be
has-
juicy
Liverpool
regardless.
Liverpool
yeah.
was juicy to win the first leg, and they got fucking smoked 3-0. And now it's the
so
same
I kind
line.
of want to back Liverpool here in a little bounce back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Taking their minus 175 is not a bad look at all.
Or the minus 1.5.
Yeah.
I promise you, we love a second leg.
Yeah, but dude, I'm just scared that they might get, like, if they're up 2-0, they might get a little desperate at the end. And
Yeah,
what
but they got to
happens at the
win
end of that
by.
game.
You're saying they might let in a goal there.
Yeah.
But I like how they're down. 3-0 aggregates. They're gonna have to.
No,
be
yeah,
playing,
for sure. I like their
you know,
money line. I just
Chaco, their team total over 2.5 is plus 110.
you could
That's
get
a
it-
short odd.
you could for sure get hook
Yeah,
of
it
chewed
is.
at the end of the game.
Unbelievable.
First half Liverpool could be a donkey, dude. They come out flying, ripping, and get one quick.
I kind of like Liverpool. I might ride a little Liverpool ML bet
Yeah.
for the 3 p.m.
I'll
Eastern.
tell you what,
game
Krabs,
here.
I'm going to be all over it.
All right.
Be all
Let's
over it.
cash.
Let's
A
do
little
it.
Liverpool action after getting clapped in that first game. Little bounce back spot. I'm in.
All right, well, Krabs, we talked about some soccer. And I need you, Krabs, I need you to feed me baseball winners because I've been clicking with the wrong buttons, trying to learn the sport, trying to learn the pitchers, trying to learn the batters and why it all matters. And I can't seem to hit a bet. The Astros play the Braves, and I think those games have to go over when I look at their lineups, when I look at the pitcher starting, and neither game goes over that I bet. And then I go, you know what? Whoever's playing the Marlins should probably fucking win that one, and then they blow a 4-run lead. So I don't know what to do in baseball.
Baseball is a bitch. Baseball is the variance in baseball is so significant with the large sample size of games where they play 162 times where, everyone's playing so many fucking games, even the starting pitchers, they're getting 30 starts if they're healthy.
Okay.
They're going to have some new shit starts that are uncharacteristic mixed in there. They're going to have some, shutouts in there potentially. They're going to on both ends of the spectrum, right? But with the amount of games they're playing, there's way more variance. So in my opinion, it's way harder to target, successful bets in the sport because there's way more shit that's out of line or out of character than in any other sport with the amount of games. So also you got to take into effect, how little one game matters, and the managers know that, and they're not going to, risk doing anything stupid or playing a must-win scenario using their 8 bullpen when they don't have to. or if they need to, if these guys are tired at this point of the season. Also, if you're taking overs right now, you're getting an absolutely, host. Number one, because the weather is not, summer, temps yet, and the ball's not flying. Number two, we haven't seen those juice baseballs out yet. I don't know what they're waiting for. Aaron Judge could definitely use those with how shitty he's been hitting. Maybe they're getting shipped up to New York as we speak. I don't know. They could be on the way up there to New York. Surely. But you're getting screwed if you're taking overs right now. You got to wait until the summer to get into that over vibe, Mikey, because the balls just aren't flying right this second. They're not.
Okay.
So maybe stick to some sides for now. And then once the baseballs, start flying over the fence, then we go back to those Mikey overs. But I think we go sides. And it's important to realize, even if a team is moose shit like the Marlins, I know they get off to a bad start, but they're still going to win, 60 games this year. And they're the worst team in baseball. They're still going to win a third of their games. What other sport is the worst team still winning 33% of their games?
There's literally not
None.
a sport.
None.
Literally
It's the
not a
weirdest sport ever. And the best teams only win 66% of their games. Usually less. It's the weirdest sport ever. There's so much variance. The worst team can beat the best team on any day because they're playing a 3-game series. It's hard to sweep every time. A team like the Marlins is going to squeak out a win at some points. So, you got to be careful, targeting these favorites even against teams like the Marlins because the sports books aren't losing coins on people fading the Marlins at this point. They've already lost enough. You know what I mean? For today, only 5 games? A lot of them are early. I do like a couple plays. I like the under in LA Tampa, but we can move from there because we're not going to target totals, especially unders here. How about 2 sides?
Yep.
Give me the Red Sox at home against Cookie Cutter Carrasco. The Guardians have been on fuego, but I'll take Boston to salvage the series and get a big-time win after their shutout last night they had with Hoke on the bump. They got a random McGee Bernardino who nobody knows. He's looked sharp as attack this year, though. The lefty, I think he gives those Guardians a ton of trouble.
Okay.
Give me the Red Sox on the ML at home. Okay. Another play. Snakes on the ML, plus Chick. They've got Nelson on the bump. He stinks. Going against Logan Webb, who's a great starting pitcher, but this season he's not looked great. I think he's going to continue to not look great, and maybe he's starting to finally regress at this point of his career. I like Arizona. I like their bats. They're still 9-10. They're not playing great this season. The line is cut in half for Arizona on the ML. I think they battle and squeak out a win here against San Francisco. It might be late. Maybe Logan Webb keeps them in it early, but looking at this line and that total opened up at 7.5. Now it's up to 8. I don't care. The fact that it opened up at 7.5 tells me that shitty pitcher for the Diamondbacks is going to do okay. If he wouldn't, the total will be at 8.5. So give me the Snakes. I do think they bite today, plus chicken on the ML.
Crabs, my favorite play of the day when I looked at the board was the Diamondbacks plus chicken because I hate the Giants. So I just want you to know that before you make that pick.
Well, if it's just a spite bet and it's not you just looking at a square play on the board, respectfully, I'm more than okay with that. Let's get involved. I'll meet you at the cash counter.
Crabs, I want to read a comment to you because I feel like this is also how I would be thinking. Crabs, guards just got shut out by Tanner Huck. Are you really going to back the Sox again? Only reason I'm off them right now is because the guards are going to score today.
Yeah, I don't love that. Obviously, my contrarian brain is not loving that the Red Sox had a 2-0 shutout yesterday, but Cleveland won the first 2 games of the series. Cleveland is 12-6, has one of the best records in baseball. They've gotten off to one of the best starts in baseball. Red Sox have lost 2 of their last 3, but Boston at home, they play much better. They hit much better. And it's weird to see this random McGee starter against a veteran like Carlos Carrasco, who's done solid this year, at a pick'em. So that kind of cancels out the shutout. I don't love it that it was a shutout yesterday. If I could pick and change things around, I wish they got destroyed so that I could back the Red Sox today. But got to play the cards you're dealt on the short slate.
Shit. Okay. All right. I like it. Did you look into the play-in games today? Or
They're tomorrow, right? They're not today.
Oh, am I a bot? Yeah, I'm a bot.
They're off
We
today.
just had this conversation off camera. I'm a fucking
That's
bot,
okay.
man. I'm a fucking bottomist. Oh, we do have
That's
NHL
okay.
on. Not that you know. Not that you want to talk NHL.
Yeah, and those games are not a single one of those games has any sort of implications today for the playoffs. So
I just want to run one baseball bet by you
let's do it.
because I also was looking at this game too. Well, actually, 2 games. Why are the Rangers and Tigers pick'ems, and why don't I just put my whole bankroll on the Cubs?
Okay, 2 good questions. The Rangers and Texas series has been weird with the odds the whole time. Every game in this series has had weird odds. They've given the Tigers some serious respect against the defending champions. They have. Now we've got Leiter making his MLB debut for Texas. I'm sure you've seen that on your feeds.
Yep.
A previous stud from Vanderbilt who's taken a while to get up here, but he's finally making that debut. going against Kenta Maeda, who's a seasoned veteran who has been consistent in years past, but this year he's been moose shit. It's been tough. So the total moving up to 9. This could be a sneaky over. I think one of these two arms will get rocked. I wouldn't hate runs in this, but keep me away from the sides. Gun to my head in GTA, I would take Jack Leiter in his debut on the ML, catching that steam 15 cents, but I also don't want anything to do with backing a guy in his debut. So I just like runs in that game. And then Chicago, Talion making his debut. I mean, you really want to back Trent on the mount in his season debut against Miami, who just stole your coins? I think I'm good on that one, too.
You do not want to back Jamison Talion. I promise you that. He's trash.
So, Marlins.
Yeah, no. That's a game that you just don't.
See, this is why I fucking hate baseball, because it's like there can be one pitcher that you're like, dude, he's so fucking moose. And then it's like in my brain, it's like whenever that happens in college football or college basketball, whenever a team's losing, I'm like, okay, I'm just going to take the other side. But then it's like, all right, well, why not just take the other side? And then it's like, well, you don't want to do that either.
Well,
and that's why I fucking hate baseball.
They're also terrible.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying you guys are the problem. I'm just saying like that's just the epitome of baseball. Like my buddies at home, whenever we talk about games, they'll be like, dude, he fucking sucks. Like, all right, let's take the other side. It's like, well, you don't want to do that.
Well, he sucks too.
This is literally the thought right there. I can't back the Marlins, but Tyon is moose.
Yeah, that is,
that is it.
That is Ryder in chat. That is literally the perfect way to explain baseball betting, I feel. Is that not?
No, perfect.
No, it is. Wow. It literally is. I will say there's a weird Griffin Canyon square up on the board if you want some action starting up here in the next 30-ish. They have a 2.5 run square up for him against the Rays when there's been 1 million runs in this game so far this series. Mike, please stay off that over. That's the only thing I really ask. But also, for everyone listening in chats, 2.5 earned runs allowed square. The less than is looking at me funny.
Really?
Looking at that chart. Yeah, because he's given up 6, 4, 5, and 4 this season. And he's got a 2.5 earned run square against Tampa. And when all 3 games have gone over in the season and they put up plenty of runs, that's a weird square. I think Griffin Kenyon absolutely deals today.
But you're not going to fade Pepe out with duffels in your hand?
I like the under. No, I'm not fading Pepe out with duffels in my hands. Not today.
All right, Krabs, as always, we appreciate you for coming on. I don't want to run into BTL too much anymore. We're riding Liverpool together tonight. Or this afternoon. That's going to be electric. Yep. I'll tell you what, I'm definitely taking the Snakes to bite, and I will be on the Marlins at plus chicken. I'm sorry. I got to do it. I just feel
Dude,
like
you know what? I don't hate it. AJ Puck. All the Sharps have been gassing up AJ Puck, waiting for him to have a good fucking start all year. He's been moose shit. Maybe today's the day, Mike. Maybe today's the day.
This is the
all
day,
right?
Krabs. Brother.
Don't let AJ Puck get hot. Might be too
Brother,
late.
this is the day. This is the day. As always, can we get some W's in chat for Krabs on a Thursday? Thank you so much, Krabs. Thank you.
Yep. Finish up, boys. Keep killing it.
Let's go. Let's go. Listen. Can I get some W's in chat for Krabs? I mean, I love my Thursdays with Krabs because I feel like I get taught ball like I've never been taught ball before. And it makes me feel like I'm prepared.
Yeah.
Like, it's the reason why I listen to BTL the minute I wrap the shows because I feel prepared. I might not tell what they're doing. I might not fade what they're doing, but I just feel prepared. Like, just for anything that's going on in life. Like, I feel like they just broke things down to the point where I'm like, I'm just prepared for anything. Like, it could be anything in my life. I just feel prepared. Listen, we end every show with a little bit of inspiration, a little bit of motivation. I saw Tom Brady was on an interview the other day, and he was talking, and the clip came up on my TikTok, and he was talking about a quote that someone said to him that has been a mentor in his life that I feel like kind of shook me a little bit. You know what I mean? And he said, listen, the fish aren't just going to jump in the boat, right? I think when you think about your life and the success that you want, and when you're staying up late, worrying, having stress, having anxiety about the things that might not be going your way, I think a great way to think now, and the way that I'm going to think now is, dude, the fish aren't just going to jump in the boat. You're not going to wake up one day and somebody's going to do something for you that's going to move your needle towards success, right? When you go out to fish, the fish don't just jump in your boat. What do you got to do? You got to work for them. You got to find the spot they're at. You got to load the reel up. You got to throw the line in with some bait, and you got to sit there all day. And sometimes you might not catch anything. But guess what? The mentality is that I'm going to wake up and do it again tomorrow. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to get the fish out of the water and I'm going to put them in the boat myself because they're not just going to jump in there. There's not been one fisherman in the history of fishermen that went out there and got the return because the fish just jumped in his boat. Might have taken him 2 weeks to get a good haul of fish. But I think it's also about that journey of loading up that rod and loading up that bait and sitting there and working for the fish that you want to catch, right? And I think just thinking about, your mindset as you go forward in life. No one's going to do the success for you. The success isn't just going to come to you. You got to work for it, right? Fish aren't just going to jump in the boat on a thirsty Thursday. I hope you guys have an absolute Thirsty Thursday Masterclass. The picks for today, Liverpool -1.5 in the over in Atlanta. We're also going to be on Roma in the over and AC Milan. We're not touching the Leverkusen game unless you want to draw no bet West Ham. Like Josh said, I think that's a great little plus tricky play if you want to do it. And then the last game, Marseille-Benfica. I'm going to sprinkle on the over. I'm not going to tweet that one, but that one's for us, okay? Because you tuned in. As always, we end every show. Just take one step forward for me. Okay, I'm not asking you to jog, I'm not asking you to sprint. It gets easier every time you do it. Just take one step forward in your life. Before you know it, by the end of the year, you might just be sprinting towards your goals and dreams. Good morning, good afternoon, good night from the morning after. You stay right there. We got BTL coming up next. If you're new and you like crabs, guess what? That's his show with our other friend, Javon D. So make sure you stay right here. You don't even have to change the stream. Just stay right there. They're coming up next. I love you guys as always.